red door there, but there are a lot of
CV squared has 51 5 degrees of freedom, making
on the way home. I got hungry and I ate it. We're Americans and we don't like competition, okay? I'm eating and I'm reading a book. And this wave just comes up.
This moth isn't just swinging around, it's been bugged. Using electrodes implanted into its muscles.
Some are hard to respond signals from robots or ultrasound distance.
Here, signals are sent to its left flight muscle to make it lift that wing.
Out from these cells can be used to control
different signals can be sent for it to lower its wing, to lift both wings at once, or to make them flat.
They each have a motor in them, and it actually drives forward when I walk. It actually powers that knee through the step.
Powered through Bluetooth technology.
Increasing the frequency of the pulse makes the wings beat faster. If a signal is sent only to one side while the moth is flying, it will veer in that direction. Implanted electrodes into the brains of tree beetles,
and they
close to
talk to
neurons
each other
that
and try to
control
mimic
flight.
the stride length.
A computer
that the
program
other
in the
one's doing. If I
device
speed
controls
up,
the
the other one
beetle,
can realize
and
it's
here
doing it,
it
and
beats
it'll
its
speed up
wings
as well.
and takes off when a negative voltage is sent to its brain. Researchers are putting moths in control and using them as a pair of eyes. They've found out how to intercept signals from their visual system and how to use them to make a robot move. Here, a graduate student demonstrates how the robot can be steered. Combining living and machine components could eventually make robotic systems more effective.
Legs when an IED hit his convoy in Fallujah, Iraq in 2006.
The IED went off directly underneath me and took off basically everything that was hanging over the ledge of the seat, my legs. And then it killed my sergeant in front of me and my good friend next to me. My gunner lost his right leg. I shattered my hip. I had 32 pins in my hip. I broke my pelvis, so I have a 6-inch screw holding that together. I lost both legs above the knee. I broke 4 fingers, broke my jaw, broke my nose, lacerated kidney. So I recovered well, I think, and great care here and done well.
Today, I use the Bluetooth prosthetics.
It's a lot of hip control. In my other legs, I usually have to use all my thigh to power through things, but since these are moving on their own, then I actually just kind of have to lift and shift my weight a little bit.
He says they're a bit heavier than the other 2 microchip prosthetics he's worn, but they require much less effort to operate.
If they're not programmed right, they kind of do their own thing sometimes, and they'll kick for no reason. Like you'll just be standing there and be like, and just kick off to the side.
Able to master the stairs just yet.
Sometimes when you go near a computer or something, you'll hear the computer start prison, so it does do that a lot. And I'll be like, I'm sorry, and I have to turn my legs off.
Communicates robot wirelessly. The team plans to use their robot brain power. New pattern behavior in the future. They hope there are enough similarities to teach about unknown.
I have been sent to Earth to capture a relic that contains the energy of over 12 trillion supernovas. With its mysterious powers, my people and I will rule the galaxy. With a wooden clog.
Years before I was born, Father told this to me. It was one Christmas morning in '73. There was one lonely gift nestled under the tree. My grandfather said, don't touch mine. He said, boy, listen close, I am saying this once. These were worn by my parents and their parents' parents. Now they're yours, but be sure to guard them with your light. He said, don't ever let them them touch my claws. You can take my cash, you could burn my house, you could force feed trash. I'd let you kick my balls while I chewed on glass before I even thought about letting someone touch my claws. Have to take my life, you'll have to steal my dog, have to beat my wife, you'll have to kill my mom with a rusty knife, you'll have to break my legs before I ever let you touch my claws. Father said, you're my son, so I'll tell you the truth. I wore clogs without socks for the bulk of my youth. Now these clogs, they are yours, protect them with your life. I pray you never let them touch your clothes. You can slap my wrist, I let you shave my head, let you wax my bits. I'd even butt chug bleach while you twist my nips. And after all of that, I still wouldn't let you touch my gloves. You could eat my lunch, and you could knock me out with a 1-inch punch, and make me drink your sweat from a dirty sponge. You'd have to shoot me dead before I ever let you touch my gloves. To keep them safe until my child is at least 25. Then I will place the clogs to them, and they'll wear them with pride. And every single day from then, they'll make sure no one is touched.
Touch my clubs.
The only thing that makes the show, there's a God up above. Those wooden clubs on my feet, yeah, they feel like a club. And I would give up everything before I ever let you touch.
Touch my clubs. Fuck it, we'll keep going until we get more people in here.
You can take my cash. You could force feed trash. I'd let you kick my balls while I chewed on glass.
Duh, of course, Al.
About letting someone touch my claws. You'll have to take my life. You'll have to steal my dog. Have to beat my wife. You'll have to kill my mom with a rusty knife. You'll have to break my legs before I ever let you touch my.
All right, there we go. Oh, I didn't. Okay, there we go. Well, let's do it this way. I pressed the wrong button. It's okay. Let's do it this way. I haven't played this in a while, so fuck it. Let's do it.
It's just like Killer Cop 4, but she's got Hema instead of fry cook balls. I need you, Action Bastard. Action Bastard, I need you. Action Bastard, I need you. Why am I wasting time dancing?
You want to know why? Because the world is fucking flat, dog. And everything that you see up there, as far as like planets or stars, yeah, guess what, dude? It's fucking fake. It's just lights up there. The government put those lights up there so you dummies could just act like there's something up there.
Wait a second, are you a flat earther?
Call a crackhead.
You're stupid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right. So, welcome everybody to another crazy shite. We've got more crazy shite for you all. Looks like we have some people that are joining us. let's do the disclaimer first.
Disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers, commentators, experts, and/or hosts. They do not explicitly or necessarily reflect nor represent the channel's policy or the views held by this channel or broadcaster. The broadcaster or its channel cannot be held accountable for all or any views expressed during this program.
Exactly. Let us know in the side chat if you would like a link to join us. If you do not already have one, let's bring in our guests and we'll get to the side chat. And of course, we have our. And there we go. How are you both doing?
Hey, Slim. Hey, Ollie. How are you doing?
Good, good. Do you notice how we've become his Canadians? He now owns us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't know that owning Canucks was legal.
Hey, in the Americas, as long as you're not of my bloodline, I can legally make you a slave or something like that for 7 years. And then I have to, you have to like give me 30 gills of gold or something, and then maybe you can be. I don't remember what it. Never mind. I'm just kidding.
This sounds.
I'm not agreeing
sounds
to
a
that.
little suspect.
That's what it was in the Bible. Is you could keep anybody as a slave as long as they were not of your heritage.
They had to not be from your neighborhood.
Yeah, and then it was 7 years.
Area.
And then if they gave you 120 pieces of gil or gold or something like that, after that they could be free or some weird shit. But if they were of your descendants, you could keep them forever. I don't remember. I don't remember the whole lore of the Bible.
Well, I kind of remember the slavery part. So if they're a slave from your country, so a fellow Jew or something like that, right?
Yeah,
you're allowed to enslave them for up to 7 years.
Yeah, there we go. There. Right? It's if you. Oh yeah. Okay.
At the end of that 7 years, they whatever debt they owed you, they have to be able to pay it off. Right?
That's what it was.
Right? And they can't take their wife.
Yeah, I got it backwards. So it's the other part of your land.
So anybody else, like anybody from outside of your land, you can enslave them forever.
Ever. Right? Yeah, exactly.
And those fellow countrymen that you've just enslaved for 7 years, if at the end of the 7 years you've given them a wife and they've had children and they decide they want to stay with their family, then they can decide, okay, I want to become your permanent slave. You then take them before the master of the house or whatever that is, and you take an basically a nail, put it through their ear to mark them as your slave forever.
Hope it's a special ear awl and not just like the random awl you've been like scratching wood with and stuff. And
it was something like that.
You know,
if you don't know, that's exactly how the Slim's dungeon works.
If I know, like
to be a part of the dungeon, then you can definitely join. And you just have to get us to pierce your ear, and then
hygienic. Actually, your dungeon probably is hygienic.
We're very hygienic here. I have my body piercing license and my tattoo license.
Yeah, I know. I'm not trying to put you. I'm thinking more.
No, I know.
I'm not sure how hygienic that one.
We'll make it very, very hygienic. Just at some point, somebody has to stick their genitalia through that piercing, but we'll talk about that later. Anyways, let's say hello to the side chat. I try to make it as uncomfortable as possible, as fast as possible, because that's what we do here.
Well, you don't want people to get the wrong idea early on and then stick around for something they can't handle.
Exactly. So let's say hello to the side of my chats right quick. We have our demon orbs, of course. Our owl trucker. Our J Troy. I'm always going to call you J Troy, even though you have changed it to just Troy Doe. But I will always call you J Troy because that's how I remember you from the beginning. And then what the Beck is here. If you want to join us, just let us know, and we will send you a link of my bobbers. There is our mangoes. I'm guessing she is tied up at the time, but otherwise she would join us. And we have the nerdy rodent who has not been here in a hot minute. It's amazing to see you back here again. Thank you for joining us. And we have a door knobhead. Yes, the Illuminati, which is, the boobs and genitalia, not the Illuminati with the square face and the thing that is getting in a lot of trouble with people recently, even though I am not even going to try to understand that controversy right now. So we'll talk about that maybe in another stream. But yes, the Illuminati. And we're going to find out how much Illuma of the Nazis that there is in the recentest times, because nowadays there's not so much of this. We'll talk about it. Everybody say hello to the Sydneys.
Hello. I've been doing a bad job of saying hello. I'm saying hello to everybody, by the way.
Well, that's at the end. At the end, just say hello to the side chat.
My hellos, okay.
Just sure.
Everyone.
Yeah, exactly. Because in 5 seconds, a new person's going to come in or join us inside of ourselves. I mean, never mind. We'll talk about filling holes later.
Behind on the salutations here.
Yeah, of course. You're Canadian, so I know you feel guilty for not
sorry. Hello.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Sorry,
I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to. Anyways, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But yes, please make me drink for the thingy-mabobbers. I do. This is one of the ways that I make extra money, especially on the off season. I'm not doing shows right now. So instead of getting tips through doing shows, this is how I make some of my extra money. And I know it is to drink and to get foods or to go out and do things. But it helps me pay stuff and things. So if you want to see me drink, $5 a shot. If you give $10 to Mango, then I will do a shot for that, and it'll be a half and half or whatever. But anyways, let's keep blowing on. So today we have a very interesting subject. And as I was joking about at the bar, I hope that a drone does not break through my window and shoot me dead while we're talking about this.
I hope not either. I wouldn't want to see that.
I was talking about, oh my God, it was fucking funny. I was talking about how when we did the Scientology stream, the next day we got copyright claimed for a bunch of misinformation on them and a couple other videos that's never happened again and before that. And then I got a weird letter in the mail about something. And then for a couple of days straight, there were weird black cars that kept showing out in front of my house. And I live on a cul-de-sac where, Scientology motherfuckers are crazy, bro.
Oh yeah,
they literally pay.
Insane.
Yeah, and so I thought it was a joke. Well, I thought it was safe to do a stream on them. They literally, like a day later, copyright struck claim me. They copyright struck 3 different my other videos, or somebody did, but it's never happened that way before. After, and then I got this weird letter in the mail, and I've already burned it. And then there were these weird black SUVs that were all blacked out that would come and sit and park right in front of my fucking house. And I live in a cul-de-sac. That's never happened any other time. So for a couple of days straight, that shit happened. And then I went and looked up and we talked about it. That's what Scientology does. They literally have people that live in the area go and fucking try to intimidate you.
Yeah, they're full of
shit. And then their lawyers will send you a letter of cease and desist, and then they will copyright claim whatever you did. And literally that happened. All 3 of those things happened to me, which is fucking insane.
You know what? They're full of crap, and
No, I just stopped everything and they left me alone and I'm okay, and fuck you, Scientology. And we've already done another thing on Scientology and they never did anything again because I just didn't put it in my title. That's the thing.
If they really
Don't put
cared,
it in your title.
Tom Cruise would be climbing down your front window right now with suction cups.
Exactly.
If they
Maybe
really
is.
cared.
Dun, 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 dun.
Well, if Tom Cruise came to my place, it would probably be for other gayer reasons than just Scientology because he's fucking gay. Anyways, let's just
in the old sense of the word.
No, literally, dude. We found out he's played with men. Maybe he's bi, but we do have knowledge, especially from Scientology, that tried. Anyways, before I get murdered through my window, let's begin.
Oh, I've got a book we should look at one day.
We definitely can go.
I have a
we definitely can go
book.
over.
I have a Scientology book we should check out.
Definitely,
Remind me about that. That's a remind me about that later. But I didn't make any. I didn't make any untoward references to body parts or anything. So hit the old rim shot on the drums there. The drum.
But anyways, we let's begin blowing into this. Hopefully we'll have a couple more people join us. If anybody wants to join us in here, please let us know. I understand not wanting to join us because maybe you don't want to get murdered, but like, you know what? Let's go with it.
We're not gonna murder nobody.
No, the Illuminati.
We might get murdered for being on here.
Oh,
yeah.
They're
That's
Illuminati by nature.
Supposedly Illuminati is going to. Oh, I don't have that open yet. Hold on, give me just a millisecond. I'm late because I was at the bar and my homegirl started talking about nails, and you know how I am about nails. So we were there for talking about nails for 20 minutes.
Like spiral Ardox or like 10 penny or like finishing? What?
Not those type of nails. The ones on the ends of your fingers.
Oh, okay. I would never spend any time talking about those. I can talk about fashion.
No, I totally understand unless you've been growing out your nails your whole entire life. And I have.
Never have. I am fascinated by fasteners, but not by
no. That's those are my natural nails.
All right.
And I just let mine grow out. I have since I was a young kid. The personal joke to me was, this is what vampires look like. And I always made a joke that I've been everlasting and blah, 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 or been here on the earth for a gazillion years and shit. And then it just, I just never stopped. I never started cutting them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hi, Glober Mom. I'm sorry to hear that. I think we said hello to Doorknob Head already, but if not, hey Doorknob, yeah, we did. Okay, just making sure.
We did, but they're,
yes.
You know.
How do you spell cult? SCIENTOLOG. Exactly. They're definitely one of the more hardcore cults, and they have like plots of land that are like fucking huge across the Americas. They have a fucking a place in every fucking state. There's like 100,000 people in every state that are like part of their society at the least, or some weird shit. Like, Jesus Christ, like it's insane how huge Scientology is. And it was
they have
all
money. They have money up the wall too.
They have a gazillion dollars. It's because some of the higher up peoples, which are like movie stars, not rich families per se, are in them, but really, really rich people that are in the music industry
whole thing is
and
famous
TV.
People to promote it.
Yeah, and that's who is throwing gazillions of dollars to them as well. Although to be a part of the society and just to work there, you have to like give them $100,000 like a year or some weird shit. It's
or
fucking
basically
insane.
Be enslaved. Like
you are.
That's because like if you don't have money, they steal money from you anyway. Like This whole
But
thing.
then they make
like,
you
they'll help you open up a credit card, and then they'll have you empty the credit card into their bank account, and then you're stuck paying it off. But they expect you to volunteer for like your whole life, and
then they have you work 8 hours a day or fucking 4 days a
no,
week or something like weird, crazy shit. Again,
and promise your children to them for like 8 billion years or something. They have
and the other thing is
these ridiculous contracts.
You know how many times they fucking found malnourished children in there when they actually did a couple of these raids? There's like a whole house of like anyways, okay, before we get more in trouble with these fucking idiots, let's get in trouble with these people. Although nowadays the Illuminati is not really a thing that is as current as people think, and we'll delve into why exactly. The order of the blah 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 and the other thingy, the Masons, there's still chapters and houses around the country who do stuff. But I have been to them, and we'll talk about them in the future. And I've hung out with the people who in these orders. It's just a boys' club and or a place for rich people to sit around and decide local Congress. So if you have a small town, there's the Mason order that's going to be here. And if you own a couple businesses or a business, or your family has money in a town, you're going to be in that order. And then you all meet up blah, blah, blah amount of times a year or twice a week or something. I don't fucking know, because I don't give a flying fuck about this and shit, because it honestly doesn't go larger or wider spread as a net than local stuff as of right now. And I've been involved in a bunch of weird, crazy shit. I've seen a bunch of stuff. Been hired by these organizations to do performances. I work for swinger corporations and a handful of other things where I was like hanging out with like VPs and like senators and like crazy people at these organizations. So I like dip my toes into like seeing like how big it gets. It's not at underground organizational events that this shit's happening. It's at swinger fucking events. It's at like sex parties. It's at like weird fucking other like parties that are going on that the government gets together and government people and they talk and then they go fuck each other's wives and stuff. That's what's really going on. It's not, oh my God, these underground fucking people in black robes are doing virgin sacrifices to make sure that God is blah, blah, blah. No, it's literally just a bunch of like horny fucking old people getting together and just like having orgies. And right before and after, they talk about politics. Like you have a dinner before. What are we going to do with the state today? Oh, we're going to go blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool. That's what we're going to vote on tomorrow or the next week or two. And then they all go into another room and they have an orgy. Like there's nothing satanic. There's nothing other than like weird shit happening. That's literally how it works. They're not, they are doing rituals, but those spells are not getting demons and devils and Satan to bring themselves down, and there's not virgin rituals, and there's not a bunch of little kids, blah, 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 like QAnon thinks, okay? Are they finding a bunch of fucking unicorns, which is single women that are 18 to 21 to bring in to have fun with? Yes, but that's not a surprise. It's not little kids, or nobody's cutting off faces, and nobody's drinking blood. And what have we found out? What is what's it called? Adrenochrome or whatever? It's nothing. So, anyways, let's keep blowing. Let's get into the whole idiocracy of this.
They're highly secretive. They have knowledge they keep.
Yeah, there's totally pearl
They
necklace
operate from distance,
rituals.
and they practice ancient mysterious rituals. They are secret societies.
Yeah.
Are secret societies a hotbed of evil? They are certainly the subject of countless conspiracy theories.
We're going to do this,
They are
and we're going to
accused
do
of pursuing a
this.
sinister objective
There we
of
go.
seeking to rule the world. Perhaps, as many claim, they rule it already.
Okay, I'm going to keep playing, and hopefully I'm going to say it real quick. So in the Americas, there's 18 families that have like the most riches. They're the 1%. There's 18 families, and not all of them are white, and most of them have not gone through the skull and bones ritual at whatever college it is. And they're going to say all this bullshit in a second.
Time and again, people sense perfidious conspiracies everywhere. But which of their suspicions are well-founded, and which are based on mere fiction, created by successful authors like Dan Brown? Secret fraternities have existed for thousands of years. Their members are in our midst, everywhere. Join us. Delve into the dark parallel world of secret societies.
Bum, bum, bum. If I would have remembered this was intro, I would have
Okay,
skipped
Mama's
it,
home
but
now.
I forgot.
Yeah.
I forgot. I forgot about
because it was too icy. They almost got in a couple accidents. I told them to come home.
Okay.
So.
Who, the kids?
Did you almost get in a couple accidents?
No. Oh, I forgot. I forgot to hit. I forgot to hit the mute. Sorry, guys. Oh,
we figured.
It's okay. Just making sure. No, we were. I was just making sure because
it's icy.
It's okay.
My wife called to say she's coming back home. She's taking my son to something, and she said it's icy out there. And I said, "Come home." Anyway, sorry for the interruption. That
no, it's fine.
That didn't
What's
go with
actually
the whole scenario here at all.
No, what's actually better is we need to break this up every so often. So you just made it so that it made it so we don't get
copyright
demonetized.
You can't get demonetized when I tell you what the weather's like in Canada.
Yeah, exactly. So every 15 minutes you could like definitely do that. Anyways, no, I'm just kidding.
It's snowy and icy in Canada still.
What? No, you're lying. There's no way that it's snowy and icy in Canada. You're lying. It's a complete dry desert up there, right?
I mean, we do have some desert areas here, but that's a precipitation
I know.
thing. But that's the kind of tangerine we're not supposed to go on.
Yeah, exactly to me. So anyways,
Right.
if there's anybody in the side of my chat who wants to join us, just let us know and we will send a thing. Or if the brain, oh, God damn, he's not here. He's on a phone call. Yeah, Canada is tropical. That's exactly it.
I mean,
and
it isn't July. It's worse.
Yeah, it gets what, 30 degrees?
Like
you're like,
Celsius.
woo, I'm sweating out here.
Yeah, but that's in Celsius.
Yeah,
30 Celsius is pretty fucking warm, dude. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
it's like
well, okay. Sure, yeah, I meant Fahrenheit, obviously, because I think
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
where
yeah.
I live. Is
Well, you should be more careful when you're speaking with
you're
Canadians.
right. But you're right. And that's what we were talking about the other day. Hey, Mangoes, how's you?
Actually doing pretty great today.
Awesome. Are you ready to be hunted down by the Illuminati from what we're going to talk about today?
Oh, yeah. I've already been contacted by random people before because of things I've done on the internet. So why not them?
Yeah. I had the fun with, I don't know if you heard, but I had the fun with the Scientology when we went over that one time. And yeah. Well, we might talk about that a little bit more if you didn't hear about that anybody earlier. But here we blow, talk about the Illuminati, and we'll see how far we get through this before that I have a drone come through my window and snipe me. Anyways, let's keep going.
Marian Fussel is a historian from Göttingen in Germany. He is about to embark on a
He's about ready to lose. Never mind. Here we go.
traces of the most influential and most secretive fraternities on our planet. Hermann Schittler from Gotha is investigating the background of the legendary Illuminati a mysterious secret society which originated in Germany.
Okay, before I get killed, everybody buy me a shot for $5. So at least we'll go out drunk. Oh, I heard a pop. Oh, that means there's our brainless. Okay.
Hey. So
are you okay there?
I am just worried about someone. But that's nothing. That's something for on stream. So,
okay, well we'll
I entertain me because I need a fucking distraction.
we'll talk about that later, and then we
Yeah.
will definitely distract you. So everybody, $5 for a shot down there. If you throw me 10, I will share it with Mango. If you send Mango money, I will still do a shot as well, some way, shape, or form. We'll figure it out. I don't fucking care anymore. But I do, as part of the reason why we do this is a hobby for me, but y'all do help me make money so that I can do things and stuff. So if you don't mind throwing the money at the monkey to do tricks, then I will really do tricks. But anyways, let's keep blowing on with this. So we are inside of talking about the Illuminati and about the intricacies of it, and hopefully I do not get droned through my window before we end this.
Andreas Hensen from Heidelberg wants to find out what influence the ancient mysterious cults still exert today.
My dick. Oh, what? Okay, so here's the code of the Illuminati.
Are we allowed to show that, Slim? Or will...
It's bizarre.
What's this Los? What are we not allowed to show? What?
Well, if we reveal the secrets, like, will they not
that's
get
what
mad at us?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I probably, if we divulge these secrets, I may not live through this. So everybody get me as drunk as possible before the Illuminati comes in, drone strikes me in my window.
Sorry, bank account's empty. It's getting a refill tomorrow, I hope.
I have a way for Mango to know all my banking information before I get sniped, so it's okay. It's okay. She'll get all the money if I don't make it through this.
Mango, just say the word.
God damn it! Now I have two advocates. God, son of a bee sting. It's okay. My bank account's only worth $500. So I mean, if you're gonna take me out for that, then have fun.
Man, you must need that way more than he does.
Yeah, well, exactly. Then just take me out, I guess. Like I always say, if somebody's gonna break into my car to like steal a change or like steal anything, y'all need it more than I did. So fuck it. I don't give a flying fuck. All right, so let's blow on with this. Hey, Tubian. Adrenochrome can be taken from the blood of someone by the blah blah yakety and yeah, exactly. Similarly, it really doesn't do anything. And what's really funny about that was when I was a teenager, I heard that it was the Nazis or the skinheads that were doing that to take it to make the drug to sell to people. And at one point in time, supposedly I was able to buy adrenochrome, but I was too scared to buy it because I thought that it was from scaring kids and injecting a needle in the back of their neck and then pulling out some chemical that I could take and that I was going to feel good about. So I was like, nah, dude, I'll just do meth. I'm cool.
We won't hurt the kids, but we will do meth.
Yeah, well, you don't
that
have to hurt
doesn't
me.
hurt the kids.
You
don't sell it to them.
Process.
Well, if you don't make it in the same double wide trailer that your kids live in, yeah. If you do, then yeah, you're hurting it. But no. Supposedly, I didn't think I was getting it from. Anyways, that you know what I'm saying. Like, And then I found out what adrenochrome is or whatever, and like that's not what it is. And it's like for people that like need more sucrose in their blood or some weird shit. Like it doesn't really do anything, and it's just kind of like this pseudoscience kind of thing that people will take. And I know people do need certain thing in their blood that they can't get in other places, and so it does fulfill like 100 or 1,000 people or something like that. But it's not what everybody thinks. Adrenaline is adrenaline. Why would you take the other version of it or not the version of adrenaline when you can just take adrenaline? Like, let somebody smack you in the face. Let somebody punch you in your balls or kick you in the nuts. Let somebody cunt punch you. A handful of things that you can do will cause the adrenaline rush if you fucking want one while you're on drugs.
Okay,
like, you don't need to kill babies for it. I mean, what is going on?
Slim, I got an important thing to say about this.
Yes, please do. Please do.
Because I'm a truck driver. They had me at Chrome.
Yeah. So. Oh, Jesus Christ! I'm sorry. So.
I know that joke doesn't work, does it?
So when you work the middle stall, hold on, I'm gonna take this in a different direction, and I could not, and I could do it. I could make fun of you, but I'm gonna take it this way. Hold on, because Lizard works the middle stall, he has to suck the chrome off of a lot of bumpers. So he knows. Okay. Now let's keep going.
If you'd see me now, like you know how fucking disappointed I am, Borgie.
What? I can't make fun of our Al. He is fucking awesome and so down to earth and so cool.
I mean, you can make fun of me if you want.
I know, and I was gonna say something about, but we'll talk about. I'll say something maybe later. But
wait, Al, how can an American make fun of a Canadian?
I don't know.
Oh, it happens a lot. If you don't listen to the, if you watch the
media, they
in
make
the
fun
Americas,
of them for being polite and kind and friendly.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
such
bad things.
Please stop being so terrible to us.
Oh my God, Canadians act like what Jesus preached. Oh my God, fuck them, because never mind. I'm just gonna let's just keep blowing on because
I don't know if
we're only
terrible. I mean, come on.
No, I know, but it's hilarious that
Illuminati.
It's just hilarious how the Americans are like, we want to live like Jesus's teachings, or we're Jesus, and they are like, I'll be the first one to shoot you if you come on my lawn. If you say anything wrong to me, I'll punch you in the face. I will kick your ass if you. And it's like, wait, that's not what Jesus teaches. When you go to the Canada and everybody's like, oh, sorry, for barely doing anything. You're like, yeah, that's pretty Jesus teaching. I mean, that's what Jesus.
Though, Slim? I'll tell you one thing. If you jerk off on our lawns, we will shoot you.
Yeah, because it's hard to grow that fucking grass and that. Yeah, never mind. We'll talk about that later.
Hey, when you've got a 3-month growing season, people will start jizzing all over your lawn. I mean,
then it's going to cause a jizz spot, and you don't want that. Anyways. Okay, Mama, you're just now adding a bunch of crap and like, Jeebus Christ.
What
do you mean?
I'm going to put this up for like 10 seconds. I'm not going to read it unless anybody wants to read it because I am not reading this. Hey, Mango.
Well, of course, Glover Mom shares the recipe.
Can you do us a favor and read this right quick? And if not, if you don't want to, don't worry about it because there's other crap. Not crap, but Jesus Christ, there's so many big words here that like...
I can read that.
Please, go for it.
From the NIH, adrenochrome, a stable oxidation product formed after oxidation of adrenaline, strongly stimulates oxygen uptake occurring during the auto-oxidation of adrenaline.
And then?
Other catecholamines, or cholamines, I'm not sure which, and ascorbate oxygen. Oxygen consumed is converted to hydrogen peroxide, suggesting the occurrence of a redox cycling process.
Okay,
or process,
thank
depending on where you're from.
Yes. Okay. Thank you very much for that.
All right.
Okay, so let's keep blowing on with this. Yes, we know, Mama.
The ritual is repeated every April and has been for the last 200 years. This secret society is based in Yale, the distinguished American university in upmarket New Haven, Connecticut.
One more week. One more week.
Marian Fussell has come to Yale, where many of America's
I
elite
want to go
study.
down market.
How much truth is there in the rumors surrounding the mysterious student organization?
Based on the way
Anyone
this
who
guy
studies
talks,
in Yale has
I'm thinking very little.
What?
Like the way this guy just he has that conspiratorial narrator voice. How much truth is in this? It's like less than zero.
Exactly. That's what we're gonna get into for sure. That's why we're going over this. So this is only from one university, supposedly, that all of these rich people came from or whatever. And like, yeah, but it's fucking weird as fuck that like only supposedly one university made all of these. And yes, there are a lot of higher up people that came from this. This isn't the top families, especially around the world. That's the other thing, is they're pigeonholing it, making it seem like the Americas is the most important. No, there are still other countries around the world, and some people are way richer than some of these fools, and there's way crazier, weird secret organizations and or
heard it here first.
Groups of people that are put together besides these.
It's virtually made it. But even experts puzzle over what happens in secret here.
Even though, like, we have a lot of information.
One major question is, how does this fraternity manage to remain so secretive? In today's media society, especially, where many people are so communicative, it's striking that so little is known about the order's practices, its rituals,
Because it's
and also
not
its
real.
membership. That's most unusual.
Yeah, it's
and
the
naturally
skull and
provokes
bones. Yes, Mama.
The fraternity's activities are said to be diabolical. The society...
Supposedly, the Skull and Bones Association or Society came and made Illuminati after that, or after you go through the Skull and Bones Society, you become an Illuminati or something like that. They'll explain it a lot more, but this isn't really a thing that's happening in modern society. This is old school, old world stuff, even though Bush Jr. or whatever that fucker's name is, he said that he went through this, but there isn't much evidence of this like really going on. But again, even if it is, this doesn't mean that they control the world. This is just weird things that people do. And because they're connections, like if you're a rich fucker and you go to rich person parties, you're gonna hang out with just rich people, and if y'all fucking talk together, you're gonna eventually, just like yacht clubs and a handful of other situations that are like this. You have rich people that hang out together and they help each other out, and they get themselves to be connected to other things. It doesn't mean that they're elite and they're running the world. Are they running local governments in small portions and or things like this? Yes. It's actually governments that are running everything around other things. It's not people in businesses, technically. Yes, there's millionaires, gazillionaires, and corporations that are running things. Yes, but it's not the local boat club that's doing it, right?
No. It's the gun industry and automotive industry that run America.
Yeah, and it's not inside of these little itty bitty fucking organizations or clubs or secret societies, right? This is not who's running the world. It's those rich people, and they may be involved, but that's not who. You know, you see what I'm saying? Like, these things don't run the world anymore because
to address
the world
Tubian's
is
last statement there, the Illuminati's not real.
Yeah, exactly.
All that means, Tubian, is the Illuminati's gotten to you, right? So you're not allowed to talk about them. That's what that means to us, right?
Yeah, now you're Tubian's a shill, obviously, now, because they have to say that. Otherwise, they get whatever. So once again, at one point in time, there were these things that were in place. Well, most of the time, they were not global. They were local, right? And same with nowadays. A lot of these local organizations put together are local things. It is not global, and that's the problem. Is they're saying that Illuminati, other societies, Masons, and a handful of other people, they're saying that they run the world. No, there are global versions of them, but they independently run a local organization through the town, the city, or state they live in. And most of them are not actually connected together per se, right? They're all under being a Mason organization or a, God damn it, I can't think of the other thing that I've worked for, and a couple other things like Illuminati or whatever little organizations. They're very, very local. They're not as expansive as these conspiracy theorists want us all to believe. And once again, this thing was only done through one university. So it's only one version of these. So every university had their version of this. It was just the Skull and Bones Society was weird and secretive and did weird things where people lay in coffins and stuff like that they got a little bit more attention. But every old university has weird, fucked up things that you need to do to get through their little fucking top society version of a sorority or fraternity, right? There was the top fraternity and sorority, and then it went down from there. So whoever was involved in the top version, they all were the people of the rich families. Anyways, let's keep blowing out.
His only goal, it is claimed, is absolute power. Every student would love to be asked to join because membership is the springboard to a career. Anyone who is selected receives strange instructions.
Leave the Harkness Tower tomorrow evening at the time agreed and go along the high street southwards. You must not carry metal, nor sulfur, nor glass on your person. Take the right-hand book in your left hand and knock 3 times on the holy gate. Remember what you have heard here, but be silent.
For a novice, things will soon change forever. He will become a member of a secret society at the center of the wildest conspiracy theories.
But once again, you're not going to be invited to these weird ceremonies unless you're in this family or this or that, or they see something in you that they can bring under the table. So it wasn't just luck of the draw that somebody found you and they brought you into this. You had to be involved in something that had money involved, and or you were really, really smart in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, they need to see using you. Like otherwise they're not gonna spend their time and effort on you.
Oh my God, your family put $250,000 into this society or the university to make a wing for a new medical experiments. Oh, geez, how did you all of a sudden get into the best fraternity or sorority in the university? Obviously, we understand that. So that's pretty much what's going on here. Not there's a secret society of shit per se, but just rich people buy into being rich, into the thingies about the thingies and stuff, and just rich people hang out with rich people. And a lot of times they do fucked up weird shit for no fucking reason. And then we're going to find out part of what happened with the Illuminati and why people don't talk about it.
Marion Fussell is familiar with many of the myths and legends. And now, Alexandra Robbins is about to
Okay,
reveal
we'll let
more.
her talk for a second, and then we'll go
She
further
herself
into
studied at
this.
Yale. After graduating, she made a detailed investigation of the fraternity and published a book on it. It took Robbins years to find out anything about Skull and Bones. Her research was viewed with suspicion.
I talked to more than 150 members of Skull and Bones. However, more than twice that many yelled at me or harassed me or hung up on me because they do not and they are not supposed to talk about what goes on inside. I did get threats from some members of the society that made me both uncomfortable and also more intrigued. Why were they so protective of this organization?
The Brotherhood
it's a
of Death,
criminal
as it is known,
organization.
shuts itself off completely from the outside world. Even so, information can still be obtained. The archives
Yeah, it's
in
rich
Yale's
people
University
helping
Library
rich people.
contain documents
So
from the early days
they're
of Skull and Bones.
so what they're going to do is they're going to tell each other how to do tax dodging, how to not pay their employees. Oh, if you get these illegals to work for you for this many hours a day, or you rotate them through this, or you can do child labor shit. Like right now, there's like 3 states that are trying to do break child labor laws, so they can have kids working in factories and shit. Because that's what we need to do is have kids, instead of giving families free health care and or making it so it's easier for people to live by like putting up union or making it positive for unions to be a thing, and or minimum wage and a handful of other things that could be out there. No, let's do this bullshit.
Yeah, let's exploit them more.
The secret society
Yeah, exactly.
is 180 years old. That much is certain. It is said to have built up a key position for itself in the U.S. power structure and established its members in party and government office, in industry, and in the Secret Service. Up until 1970, its index of members was open to public inspection, but since then, it has been kept locked away. An entire panoply of secrets, weird customs, and abstruse rituals was thought up by William Russell, the student who founded the society. Russell came from a...
If you're going to come up with a club to test people to see if they want to be in it and stuff, this is what you do. Just like in the army and a handful of other cults and other things. You will test your people to make sure that they're willing to be inside of this closed system that you've created. So, of course, you're going to put them through tests.
A wealthy family. In 1832, Russell studied in Germany for a year, where, it said, was initiated into a student fraternity, of which Skull and Bones was a branch. The numbers 322 are always found beneath its logo. They could be a reference to one of the fraternity's models, Athenian orator Demosthenes. His rhetoric is legendary. Demosthenes died in the year 322 BC. Alexandra Robbins knows more. She has brought Marion Fussell to an old, forbidding building on the campus of the...
Or it could just be something nonsensical that we know.
This is the headquarters of Skull and Bones. The interior is said to contain ghoulishly furnished assembly rooms.
The inside of the tomb is
But we don't have any proof of anything that y'all are going to claim, but let's go with it.
lined with skeletons and skulls. It's almost like an obsession with death. And the reason they do that is because they have this phrase in the tomb, memento mori, remember that you must die. They like to pretend that they are apart and above the rest of the world.
Skull and Bones has cultivated
Yes,
this
and?
self-perception right from the start. Its members rise to the very pinnacles of power, like George Walker Bush, for example.
Yeah, exactly. If you go here, you technically can.
When Bush contested the presidency with Democrat John Kerry, it was a battle between two bonesmen.
You both were members of Skull and Bones, a secret society at Yale. What does that tell us?
Not much, because it's a secret. You were both in Skull and Bones, the secret society. It's so secret we can't talk about it.
Only rarely do bizarre aspects of the society become public knowledge. Inside the tomb, members are said to have their own standard time, which differs from ours by 5 minutes. It's believed that cutlery, which once belonged to Adolf Hitler, is preserved here.
They have their own time. Fuck off.
The Iron
Yeah,
Ring of
but
Silence is ideal for
that's just
Hollywood
being
picture
weird.
parties.
Oh, so
That
there's
was actually
supposedly
just the comb that Ariel, the mermaid, had.
exactly.
With Matt Damon in the leading role, the manifold activities of Skull and Bones were portrayed in the film The Good Shepherd. It tells of rounds of confessions in the tomb. Biographical details and sexual proclivities had to be shown in graphic detail.
What about an amateur clip?
It wasn't an accident. My father killed himself.
No matter how insignificant, every detail of members' confessions is recorded in black books.
You're muted, dumbass.
Okay.
Am I? Or Slim you?
No, it was me.
Oh, it's just you.
Okay, so this is what I was talking about them having information on you and blackmailing you, and this is what the damning part of this society is. Not that they have control over everything and that they're going to do everything that
sounds like Jehovah's Witnesses.
But here's one of the things that they do, just like Scientology does and a couple other cults do, so that you can't leave and or give information about them because they're going to try to ruin your life.
They are the...
Right.
I'm going to do this, and here we go.
Every detail of members' confessions is recorded in black books. They are the actual secret behind the success of the fraternity.
Yeah.
It is the fear of publication that bonds members together. For the CIA, Skull and Bones is a wonderful reservoir for suitable employees. That, at least, is what is claimed. Very few can free themselves from this intimate embrace. So is psychological dependence on the confraternity one of the secret society's fundamental principles?
The boundaries between sects, between secret religious or secret political societies are becoming blurred. Naturally, by exposing personal secrets and personal weaknesses, perhaps, the society exerts power over its members. They know something. It's like secret knowledge within this group with which they could damage someone who, say, wanted to leave, especially in anger.
So they do definitely what Scientology does, and
Yeah,
they will
but
divulge any.
also, like, if you know that there is a group that has dirt on someone, on every member of their group, like, how is that group not excluded from office? Like, if you have a group that if you know you've got a president that you know that there's people that have dirt on him.
I would think that would make them even better because now you know how to control them.
Yeah, that's exactly.
But like that one group can control them.
Yeah, and that's
But
exactly what.
Yeah, but like that is like, how has the democracy not put a stop to that? Oh yeah, sorry. In America, democracy's already dead.
Yeah, and we have 18 families that I just said earlier that control everything, which is not the government. So we're screwed, and we're sitting here looking at this. And luckily, I haven't been shot through my window yet by a drone. But thank you, Troy, for
Is Troy
rebecoming a
back, or
member.
is there another Troy?
J. Troy. There's a couple of Troys, but this is J. Troy.
This is
This is just Troy.
This is
Yeah.
just Troy.
Yeah.
And the other Troy was J. Troy. Not to be confused with just Troy.
Well, J.
I'm very
Right?
Same.
It's the same
Anyways,
Troy. Okay.
yes.
Same
Better
radar.
than Dave Cameron and the whole pig oral incident, and we'll talk about that later. I'm going to go ahead and keep playing this.
Talk about
and,
that later. It's going to be like a 9-hour long stream.
Dude, if Mango's paying attention, we have so many hours of that, and we were already backed up on it by the last time we did that stream, which was years ago.
The 48-hour mega stream.
A couple of months, I think.
We'd have to do it for charity. 48 straight hours of streaming for talking about that later.
If we could somehow do that for that, we'll totally do that.
Harry, what else would you walk in on?
Okay. So somebody buying me a shot.
I can't believe
Or
Doorknob
get
had to leave and Harry had to come.
Okay, good. That's how that works. We're like a swinging door here. Anyway,
indeed, it is a year ago.
A Western saloon.
That's what I was thinking. So, anyways,
April 22.
I'm going to.
That's more than a year ago.
I'm gonna use the loo right quick, the restroom, and I'll be right back. So I'm just gonna keep playing this.
Watch the Illuminati.
Yes, and we'll learn more about this. Don't make me think about your backside, Mango. Anyways.
Why not? You're always thinking about that.
A counter world to what they
I always think about Mango's backside.
What's that weird building there?
And they seek contact with power. They themselves strive to exercise it. Marian Fussell has come to the heart of the United States, the world superpower. For conspiracy theorists, Washington, D.C. is honeycombed with secret societies. And it is not only bonesmen who are found in the top echelons of the U.S. government. There, Skull and Bones is said to compete with other secret societies. It was Freemasons who laid the foundation stone for the Capitol. And another fraternity is said to have infiltrated the U.S. administration in order to secretly rule the world. Conspiracy theorists claim that the New World Order is even immortalized on the Great Seal of the United States. The seal bears the words Novus Ordo Seclorum, Latin for New Order of the Ages. Those words are also found on every $1 bill. So is this secret society so powerful that it can print the symbols of its dominion on the most important banknote on our planet?
Most important, cutie boys.
Since 1862, the design of the American currency has been in the hands of the Bureau of Engraving and Printing. And in all the years since then, the appearance of the $1 bill has hardly changed. Only the security features are regularly upgraded. The United States prints 35 million banknotes every day, 5 million of which are the legendary $1 bill. Does a secret society really have its fingers in the currency pie, as the supporters of conspiracy?
No, because all of these symbols mean something and they're from old ancient times and not kind of a bee sting.
Theories claim. Marian Fussell has come to meet his colleague,
I
Professor
really
Robert
don't get it.
an expert in symbolism in the United States.
Why in America do they update their dollar bill? Like, ooh, add more security features. Because if you can remake an old bill, if you can counterfeit an old bill, like that's still gonna be valid. Like
they don't accept those anymore.
American currency will never lose its value.
Yeah, but you don't always have to accept old bills. You have to you send people to the bank to go. So
okay, so
exactly. So you can't make copies of old bills and just keep throwing them around. If that doesn't have the security features, I don't have to accept it. So fuck you. Nope. Go on with your money.
The only way you can get your money worth for it is if you bring it to a bank or something.
Yeah, and then actually, if it is real old money, it's actually worth more. So taking it to a bank is actually more profitable if you did have old money.
Okay.
But if somebody runs up to you with fucking a bill from 1900, I'd take it if I knew it was real, but I literally don't have to take it if I can't prove it's real. Like, and that's why all the new things are in. Every time you go to a fucking bar, a nightclub, and you throw 100 down, they're gonna fucking flash it with a light. If it doesn't reflect back, fuck you. I don't give a fuck if it's a fucking 100, because that's, you know what I'm saying. When we used to fake making $5 bills, it was during a time they fucking didn't have very much security things. But then we ended up on the 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 8 o'clock news with the serial number of this $5 bill that was being counterfeited, that was going all across San Diego.
So then you had to change the serial number. Okay.
Well. Then something happened. I don't know if I think that everybody else kept counterfeiting it. What it was I was selling drugs, and my homies who were counterfeiting money would be like, I'll give you double or triple amount of the money in fake money to buy drugs off of you. And then what the rule was is you like spend $5 to buy $1 to get your money back of real money. And you just did that through all the different, you never went to the same place, and you just kept going around, and you know what I'm saying? You didn't spend more than $5 nowhere, and you got change back, and you try to spend as much, but whatever. I'm not trying to tell people how to, that only worked back in the day. You can't do that shit no more. Like, there's a lot of scams that we did when I was a teenager that there's no way to do that shit no more. I mean, like, it only worked before certain technologies happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't scam a bunch of shit. You can't make fake scratch cards like you could back in the day. There's a handful of other things that you could do and make a crap ton of money that you can't do no more. And we'll talk about it later. But anyways, this is blowing a little bit more with this.
Professor Hieronymus has made a close study of the $1 bill, which differs from every other currency in the world. It is full of strange signs and symbols.
But if you're a secret society, why do you want to promote all your logos and images?
But it's actually not. If you look at everything on there, like, legitimately, it has its place in time for a reason. The wreath that it's around the fucking letter that's L, which is probably where it was made, which I think is like Louisiana or a place it has an L in their name. All the wreathing that's around the $1 bill is done so that you can't counterfeit it. Everything that's done on there is nothing that has to do with any real religion. Although the weird thing is, on the back is the fucking pyramid with the all-knowing eye, but that just means unity inside of the culture or the states together for some way, shape, or form, which is an old Egyptian plus other cultures way of saying unity is through the all-knowing eye, which is God's eye on top of the pyramid that holds together the structure of society or something weird like that. So it's not like crazy. It's all fucking very basic to understand the reason why we put all the symbology in our fucking bank notes.
The Eye of Providence, the symbol of
that thing. Yes and no, but that doesn't mean that it means anything fucking like crazy and psychotic.
13 stars above the eagle. 13 steps are said to correspond to the hierarchy.
Jesus Christ.
And last but not least, a tiny animal, an owl, the symbol of wisdom. All just pure.
That's not an owl. No, it's not an. Oh my Jesus Christ. Oh my Jesus Christ.
Educating people about our country, and he felt very strongly that he could teach.
Well, the most upsetting thing on that thing is "In God We Trust." That's the most upsetting thing on the whole fucking bill.
Yeah,
in a country that's supposed to be separated, state and church.
Yes,
but still,
sure.
Your bill is like in God we trust, like, and your coins and.
The only reason that is so fucking upsetting is because the Christians call their God the God. If it would have said God and the Christians didn't claim God as the only God, then it would just encompass all religions, which would not be as
slim. Every bill you get now add an S in God. We trust.
Yeah, I
Nope,
wish.
plural.
I wish. But anyways, let's go a little bit further with this.
Through its currency, because everyone was handling it and would look at it, and they knew symbols.
Was Benjamin Franklin perhaps involved with the...
Wait, you just said everybody knew the symbols of all of the shit while they're holding the money, while they're going through with all of the process of us trading money, while you know that this is for the upsetting of a government because of secret societies. Shut the fuck up, you idiot. You don't even know what you're talking about.
I'm in a secret society that uses the same symbols as a $1 bill.
Oh, they used a similar symbol.
Oh my god, secret societies use like triangles and stars and other like basic symbology in things for their rituals. What? Nuh-uh, you're lying to me. There are not multiple cultures around the fucking world that use a triangle, that use a square, that use a diamond symbol, that use a exactly basic symbols.
It's almost as like it's not like the most hated group in the world stole a symbol from ancient cultures.
You have basic human biology and human basic thought that eventually people will begin to notice things in patterns in certain ways that appear across the whole globe. So you will find at certain points in time, people will realize they can make pyramids, that there is a star structure. The number 3s come up a lot. There's a handful of other things that happen throughout different cultures, through different times, that seem to happen almost at the same time. It's almost like human consciousness evolves at almost the same time. It's not exactly like people from other places are giving influence to other people. It's more like the human brain goes, oh, if I stack enough of these things on top of each other and they keep falling down, but if I put them in this order, they finally stay in a certain order. That's just the way the brain works, right? Evolution. You don't have to have influence from somebody to somebody to somebody per se. It can just be the way the brain finally figures out math in different places around the globe. Okay, Jeebus Christ. Okay. Yeah, there's separation of church and state in the U.S. Constitution. The closest thing to separation of church and state is freedom of religion in the First Amendment. Yes. And in God we rust. I'm sorry, just anyways. But yeah, it was in 1955 that was put into place. And it wasn't on bills before that, and blah, 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 yakety schmackety. We can go on the history of the insanity bill. Let's go a little bit further into this, and then I'm spent.
Wants to know more. Does a conspiracy really exist? Or is it merely a product of the imagination of those who suspect a secret behind absolutely everything?
Mm-hmm.
Not everything can be
research
fake.
has brought him into contact with an old book. In it, the historian has found a familiar symbol, the owl on the American $1 bill. The owl was once revered by a particularly secret society, a sinister order known...
Oh my God, Greg Locke has just gone into the fucking pagans making an owl god, and they're all praying to it, and that's satanic.
As the Illuminati. Written in this medieval-looking font, the name Illuminati
Jesus
is an
Christ.
epigram, a word that reads exactly the same upside down.
Yeah, and
monstrous things are ascribed to the Illuminati, material that has
Exactly,
been handled
Mama.
skillfully by successful authors like Umberto Eco and Dan Brown. But who actually were the Illuminati? They too had to take a vow of silence.
What does he mean?
They were forbidden to speak openly about the society.
Say it one more time there, Al.
What does he mean? Were? I think they're still in full force.
No, yep.
Illuminati doesn't.
That's what they want you to think, but I don't believe they're actually a thing anymore. I don't think they're a thing anymore.
Or were they ever?
They're all a figment of your imagination. Totes, exactly.
Maybe our Freemason knows.
Here too, different levels of hierarchy exist. Not 3, as in the case of the Freemasons, but as many as 13. And a neophyte has to pass through them all before he can be made privy to the greatest secrets. The brethren are encouraged to spy on and denounce one another. In this way, renegades can be quickly recognized and neutralized. Allegedly structured like a counter party, the order, it said, focuses primarily on political intrigue and subversion.
The Illuminati have long stirred people's imagination, figuring in literature, the cinema, and other media for many years. Some people even claim that the Illuminati still exist today and clandestinely control politics, business, and various other fields.
The quiet town of Ingolstadt. This is where the legend of the Illuminati ruling the world originated. In the years leading up to the French Revolution,
That castle proves it. Look at how that castle. There's definitely a secret society from that. I'm just kidding. It's a very beautiful. That's amazing. I love seeing old world structures like this.
it was a time of radical change. People were seeking answers to pressing social problems.
Damn, that's amazing.
In Ingolstadt, Adam Weishaupt taught ecclesiastical law and practical philosophy. He was the only secular professor. His colleagues were all priests. Frustrated with church dogma and spiritual stagnation, Weishaupt wanted to introduce change. But how? People's heads were filled with the ideas of the Enlightenment, but there was also great uncertainty as to how they might be implemented. Within a few years, an enraged mob would spill blood and even execute Louis XVI.
Yeah.
Adam Weishaupt welcomed the first signs of change in France, but he rejected violence. What he had in mind was something different. Weishaupt wanted to undermine the state from within, and he sought to achieve this with the help of a secret society. The first people he convinced of his idea of a perfect state were his students. His vision was of a state modeled on Athens, one based on reason, a concept totally in line with the ideals of the Enlightenment.
Wie soll das funktionieren, Herr Professor? Mit Waffengewalt? Keine Revolution. Gewalt macht nichts besser. Dem Bösen die Hände binden, regieren ohne zu beherrschen. Darauf kommt es an. Aber das ist doch unmöglich. Keinesfalls. Man muss die Mächtigen der Erde hier eine Legion von Männern versammeln, die unermüdlich sind, für den großen Plan, die Menschheit zu leiten.
Adam Weishaupt wanted to set up a secret government.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
A monstrous idea,
But
even today.
You don't get that.
Geheimbünde waren auch ein Sammelbecken für
secret societies were also a melting pot for hotheads, for revolutionaries, for people who nurtured highly unusual ideas and who could express themselves within a fraternity without having to suffer persecution. People who could also discuss and try things out, perhaps on a small scale. That was a major motive for joining a secret society.
In the troubled times that preceded the French Revolution, secret societies also flourished in Germany, and the newly founded Illuminati made full use of the situation. They set up countless lodges and attracted hundreds of new members, especially academics. Their number included Johann Wolfgang von Goethe, the most famous writer of his day, philosopher Gottfried Herder, and influential educationalist Heinrich Pestalozzi. The Illuminati were well aware of the high risk of opposing absolute rulers, but they shared Weishaupt's passionate rejection of throne and altar. Weishaupt was convinced of his idea. Above all, though, he was convinced of himself. Self-opinionated, Weishaupt was seen as narcissistic and domineering. With his fraternity, he wanted nothing less than to change the world.
Das Ziel ist es, den Staat auf einen höheren Grad der Reinheit und Vollkommenheit zu bringen.
The supreme figure amongst the Illuminati demanded absolute loyalty from his members. We know from their records how clandestinely the Illuminati operated in those days. Stored at Friedenstein Palace in Gotha, they provide valuable insights into the inner life of the order. Perhaps Marian Fussell will discover here why the Illuminati gave themselves Greek cover names and why they introduced their own time standard.
Okay.
Oh, the time standard is quite easily.
Historian
If people
Hermann
overheard
Schuller
you
has
making
deciphered and
plans,
studied encoded Illuminati documents. A domineering
Yeah, of
character,
course.
Adam Weishaupt had a weakness for the ancient Athenians and their ideas. He valued their democratic principles. That is why he chose the Athenian owl as the symbol of his order. It stood for wisdom.
That's why dumb cunt RJL and Q Rowling did that as well.
He believed that they were experiencing the dawn of a new era, and they wanted to participate in this positive transition. In Ingolstadt, Weishaupt forged a plan that was simply audacious. But he was successful. He had tapped the pulse of the age.
Change in society, in the church, in the state, can only be achieved with a longer-term project. Thus, Weishaupt wanted to
You
educate
said it,
people,
Al.
so his was an educational project right from the start. But it would take time. Weishaupt said that 200 years could well pass before success was achieved, before the Enlightenment triumphed.
The secret organization grew in size. In its heyday, the Illuminati had around
In their
2,000 members,
heyday.
all of them high-ranking representatives of society. Weishaupt specifically poached
Yeah, so they ran a small section of rich people in certain places. They didn't run the world.
his men from the Freemasons. Despite its rich tradition, many lodge brethren found their association dull. The new secret society was more exciting and more radical.
Wir werden den perfekten Staat erschaffen.
The lodges were run with unsparing strictness. Like in Skull and Bones, members had to lay bare their private lives, a requirement some were at odds with.
The Illuminati, it seems, were very strict and hierarchy-oriented, and many people were put off by this. Friedrich Schiller, for example, refused to join even though friends of his were Illuminati. So sometimes the society also had this off-putting effect on people. Someone with the status of a prince of poets was not going to subordinate himself to a mediocre Illuminatus. In a secret society, too, that is simply asking too much.
The bigger and more influential the organization grew, the more resistance it faced.
It will go a little bit
the absolutist
further.
rulers hit back, and those in power.
I mean,
were
it's
helped
really
by
not
others.
telling us that
In
much.
1785, one of the order's couriers was taking secret papers to France
Well,
when
it's
he was struck by
it's
lightning.
interesting.
Yeah, but I mean, we'll go a little bit further with it.
On his body, the police found a list of members. Only 10 years after being founded, the Illuminati were banned. Membership now carried the death penalty. Fearing for his life, Adam Weishaupt fled from Ingolstadt to Gotha, disguised as a craftsman.
It would be way more
But
interesting
did this
if
really
you
mean
bought
the
me a
end of the
shot, but it's
Illuminati?
okay.
If so, why do people still nurture thoughts of them?
Bank
I don't
account's
know. I
empty.
don't understand it.
That's perhaps because before he fled, Weishaupt succeeded in achieving another major
Because this
coup.
technically should have
He
been the
established
end
contact
of
with
it,
leading
but
figures in the United States. Hermann Schuttler knows of 3 letters written to Benjamin Franklin. In them, the Illuminati asked for permission to set up a colony in Elysium, their code name for the United States. But the old Illuminati records make no mention of what reaction the request received. The letters
okay.
fuel fantastic speculation time and again.
That must have meant nothing. They didn't respond to you, is what happened then.
What if a number of Illuminati had escaped to the New World to implement their ideas there? Would it not then have been possible for them to influence politics in the United States?
I don't see how they could have done that.
Exactly, similarly, like 2 or 3, like barely maybe rich people influencing all the other rich people from around the world coming here to like do all their own business to make cotton, bring in slaves, blah blah blah. A handful of things that happened around those times. No, I don't really see that. And even if it was, I don't think they would have kept calling themselves the Illuminati. And I think that's where like the Freemasons and the Order of the whatever and a handful of other thingamabobers that
The water
began,
buffaloes, I believe, was the
sure,
other, the other one.
yeah, sure. There's well, that's one of them. Handful of them began in the Americas. I think they would have been offshoot, and they would not have anything to do with their ancestors per se. But let's see a little bit more what's going on, and then I'm definitely tired, and so we'll go a little bit more.
Sorry, were you?
And couldn't the Illuminati then also have printed their symbols on the American $1 banknote? No theory seems too abstruse.
They used a bunch of things from other cultures, and they were like strength symbols from other cultures, and they put in things. So the dollar bills that they're showing right now are not the original dollar bills. When you look at the Old West, the Wild West, and pre 1950s, none of this shit was in the dollar bill, literally. Like, it was like banknotes that were like this fucking big that said weird shit on it. A lot of times there wasn't an organized actual central monetary government until the early 1900s or something in the Americas, if I'm remembering properly, which may have been like almost the 1930s or something. I don't remember. Maybe late 18. I don't remember. But at one point in time, there was like a gazillion half ways to like have money and to trade it and stuff in the Americas. These dollar bills they're talking about are very, 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 very recent with all of the symbology they have in them. That doesn't make any sense in the 1970s because like this is all just like pretend giving importance to our monetary value system by having the opus or whatever of the pyramid with the all-knowing eye, and then the flames on the side, and then having the fucking plants around the one, and blah blah blah, yakety schmackety. It was all done in a way to stop people fucking making fake versions of it, and or it was to show the strength of the Americas by having that stuff on our dollars and coins and blah blah blah. I think that's where we're gonna end it, because like literally like they're just gonna keep talking about like almost the same crap over and over again, and there's not much we can learn from this other than them saying, oh, look at the money has this, and there are certain families that were around certain things at certain times that show that blah, blah, blah. And once again, I don't really want to get sniped from my window right now, so we're just going to end it. We're not learning anything more. It really is just there's an ancient society that did these things. There were certain people that were involved in it. It may be around still a little bit today to certain rich families, but they are not running the whole world. There are people in different countries, continents that have a gazillions of dollars that are running each version of their world over there. We have people over here that are running the world over here with rich people, but that doesn't mean that like the richest person in Australia and the richest person here are getting together every day and talking about how they can take over the world by putting their monies together. Are corporations from each country doing things together? Fuck yeah. But there's not really a one world order or a new world order per se. And if there was, why didn't it happen already? So thank you all very much for being here. We're just gonna get the fuck out of here. I think we technically went over this without me I'm talking about giving up too much information about what I know about the New World Order so I don't get killed. Anyways, thank you all very much for being here.
Thank you. It was well done.
Yeah, and again, like literally, they're just going to go over the same kind of stuff over and over again, and it's not like going to be that great. So let's do this, and let me find
Dude,
something.
There's a weird black
Yes.
van out in front of my place. What the fuck?
Yeah, yeah. Totes.
That's just your pizza.
That's just my pizza. Yeah.
Okay, let's go ahead and we're going to end it with this. So thank you all very much. We'll see you next time. Tomorrow is AI stuff. I don't know. I don't remember what it is, but it's something. Flat Earth.
It's something.
I don't know.
It's already
it's
something. There's already a card up. I think I saw one.
I'm still waiting for you to do a show on zombie calculators.
Okay. I will do some research on that, and we'll.
If you could find such a thing, I just made it up.
We'll try our hardest.
Sure it exists.
Hardest?
So here we
what?
Yeah, we'll try our hardest. So here we go, and we're gonna end on this. You're welcome, everybody.
Bing bong bong bing 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 bong bong bing 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 bong bong bing 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 bing. Bing bong bong bing bing bing. Let's indict bing bing bong bong. 6 o'clock. I think I'm being indicted again. Bing bong bong bing bing bing. Let's indict bing bong bong bing bing bing. You don't mind if I go off script, do you? Most indictments in the shortest period of time. Who is it? Trump? Trump. But when they indicted me, and then again and again and again, I was indicted. Now I'm setting records. Al was not indicted so much. If you looked at Al Capone the wrong way, he'd kill you. He was not indicted like me. That weightlifting deal is one young woman. She was so proud they put a quarter of an ounce on each side of the thing. Then this guy who recently transitioned. Ding, bong, bong, bing, bing, bing. Let's indict. Ding, bong, bong. 6 o'clock. I think I'm being indicted again. Ding, bong, bong, bing, bing, bing. Let's indict. Ding, bong, bong, bing, bing, bing. You don't mind if I go off script, do you? We will immediately stop all of the pillaging and that. Very simply, if you rob a store, you can fully expect to be shot as you are leaving that store. Shot. You deserve it. I have a problem. Everybody wants it. They're screaming, dance. My wife, the first lady, hates when I do that. She said, it's not presidential. I said, yeah, but people like it. Ding, bong, bong, bing, bing, bing. Let's indict. Ding, bong, bong. 6 o'clock. I think I'm being indicted again. Ding, bong, bong, bing, bing, bing. Let's indict. Ding, bong, bong, bing, bing, bing. You don't mind if I go off script, do you? You don't hear about the American dream anymore, do you? You used to hear the American dream. The American dream is no American dream with Biden. I mean, a guy can't find his way off of the stage. Look, here's a sketch. And this guy gets up. Where am I? What a loser. They said, sir, please don't say that. It sounds too obnoxious. I said, I don't want to be obnoxious. Ding, bong, bong, bing, bing, bing. Let's indict. Ding, bong, bong. 6 o'clock. I think I'm being indicted again. Ding, bong, bong, bing, bing, bing. Let's indict. Ding, bong, bong, bing, bing, bing. You don't mind if I go off script, do you? You owe me.